What is up, everybody? Welcome to this week's edition of Fan Mail Friday. Now, we actually had an amazing show on Monday for the Fan Mail Monday. It was okay. And then when we went on to the Patreon only portion, we had a really great discussion about music and, the theory behind styles and genres and things like that. It was actually really fucking cool. So if you're not a member of the Patreon, just go to patreon.com/heyrob. It's at the bottom, and it's there for only my patrons to view. And so that's kind of the stuff we do there. Sometimes there are, there's fucking, I don't know, sometimes like we do special shows like that. Sometimes I'll throw on fucking random, I don't know, just bonus footage, behind the scenes, concert fucking stuff like that. It's on stage cameras, hanging out with the guys, just doing some other stuff, So especially, I've been setting this up and doing this kind of stuff, but on the tour is when it's really going to be special, because you'll see a lot of shit. And if you guys aren't already, you don't already have your tickets and your VIP meet and greets for that tour starts about a week and a half from now. September 20th is the first date in Oklahoma City. So hopefully I'll get to see you guys there. And if you are in Europe, we will be in Europe in January and February. So go to escapetofate.com, facebook.com/escapetofate, twitter.com/escapetofate, instagram.com/escapetofate. Go check out all those, all the tour dates and everything. See what's closest to you, and maybe you will, come check us out and have some fun. But all the Patreon stuff is going to get really special as I go on tour. So take a look out for that. We already have a few callers ready to go. They lined up. They've already messaged me and they want to get on. And it's fucking awesome, including a couple first-timers. And one guy you already know, including who's on the chat already, Mr. Cyrus7009 Cody. Shout out to you. Shout out to Alice. Shout out to fucking Ashley Owens. You guys are all awesome. So, I'm glad you guys are on. But actually, I'm going to start with the first question that I was asked on my Instagram. And that is, someone just straight up asked me for, advice on working out and losing weight and, just overall getting in shape. And I said, okay, well, I got to answer this. But I told this person, you sign up to the Patreon, you can actually call in Skype, and I'll do some private stuff with you. So, I could actually sit in depth and kind of teach you some things. But, the first thing when it comes to fitness, and you guys saw this week, I'm right now not in my best shape because I'm taking my time. I had fucking pizza last night, leftover pizza today. I ate fucking brownies. I enjoy food. I enjoy eating it. It's comfort to me, especially now that I have kids and, I can't go out and party, really. I mean, it's just, there's no fucking time, really. The most time I get is at the gym. So, that for me, food has always been my comfort and therapy. So now fucking food really is like my enjoyment time. So, I eat flexibly. I don't, stress too much. So it is what it is. But the main answer that I'm getting to when it comes to losing weight, it's one mathematical formula that is very simple. And that is the calories you eat must be less than the calories you burn. So if you burn 2,000 calories, or you eat 2,000 calories, you got to burn 2,001 before you can actually start losing weight. So, and then there's a whole other mathematical formula that goes into not losing muscle, building muscle, and all kinds of stuff like that. So my best advice for you is, that's what I was asked for some advice, is to really research. You don't have to go too far either. You go on YouTube, just fucking search it. I would say your best place to start is looking for macronutrients. And when you could figure those out, that's probably the best way to do it. And what macros are, for those of you guys that are wondering, protein, carbohydrates, and fat. You need fat and you need protein. You need those to fucking survive. And fat gives you energy. It's good. It's your fucking hormones. It's everything. And protein is going to build your muscle. But fat, though, fat gives you fucking, that's a lot of calories, you know? And carbohydrates, that's all your other food. That's fucking fruit and shit like that. So, yeah, there's a lot that goes into it. But overall, I'd say start with that. Start with figuring out, you know, what your size is, how many calories you should probably eat every day. Ask people. Go to a gym. Sign up to a gym and just start working out. Start lifting weights. Go on videos. There's a guy called Athlean X on YouTube. Check his channel out. I fucking listen to him all the time. There's a guy named Joe Donnelly. Just look up bodybuilders. There's so many people that have so much information. You're not going to look like those fucking freak beast monsters unless you really get addicted and you start fucking taking steroids. You're not going to look like that. I don't look like that. I just look in shape, you know. And that I am in shape while still enjoying food and eating whatever the fuck I want. You drink pop every day? You must be from the Midwest, first of all, for calling it pop. But yeah, that's the number one thing that I try to avoid more than anything, though, is because when you eat ice cream, you know you're fucking eating something that's going to have a lot of calories and that's not good for you. Now, there's no food that's really good or bad for you. Okay, there's no food that's good or bad for you. Your body's going to use it in one way or another. It's about balancing the things that come in and come out. So if you eat ice cream, you're done. You can't eat any more fat today. You're probably way over. So you probably shouldn't really eat much of anything, maybe just fucking egg whites or chicken breasts the rest of the day. You know, unless you're me and you burn fucking 10,000 calories a day, then you can eat all the ice cream you want. So soda pop, on the other hand, you drink it so you don't feel full. You don't feel like you ate something. And you can drink that and not like really realize how many calories you're intaking, dude. It's fucking gnarly. That is the number one, like, that's dangerous. So, yeah, so there you go. So, anyways, I will just continue. I'll just continue on. So, you guys can go ahead and start asking in the chat. Where are you at? Game Over Kayla. You guys already know Game Over Kayla. Hi, Melissa. You're back on. Oh, yeah. Since Melissa didn't want to be a Skype caller, I told her I would read this message that she wrote last night. Since she can't be on Skype, I'm just going to read you this message. It says, oh, I'm not going to read this. I was just kidding. I never got no fucking message. But you got to get on Skype. Okay, so let's go to Caleb. Would you bring Craig on? I would bring Craig on. It's just hard to time in. I think he's on his way to LA right now. Let me find you, Kayla. You got your headphones on. You ready to go? Remember, I'm going to hear you, and everyone else is going to hear you. However, you won't see me. Let me make sure you're turned up nice and loud here. Whoa, that might be too loud. Oh, we got her.
Hey.
Whoa, you're kind of loud. Is it loud for you guys? What's up?
You know, do I need to turn it down?
No, it's my fucking,
I was about to say, I'm talking pretty low.
No, it's not you. It's my fucking system I got going on over here. It might be my headphones. Maybe I should say.
It kind of sucks because the question I was wanting to ask you was about fitness.
Really?
Last time we talked, you said work it until you can't walk pretty much. And I've been doing that.
Hold up. Sorry. I just, my whole fucking, I can't, you're like cutting in and out. So I'm going to try some different headphones.
Okay.
See, I moved all my shit around because my friend was over and we were making some demos and stuff. So
that's awesome.
My whole little setup I got here. Let me plug this in. These are my in-ears that I use on stage, so hopefully this sounds a little better.
See, I don't even have headphones, so I just have to pause
I can already hear you through this thing. That sounds awesome, but really fucking loud because these things jam way inside my ear.
Yeah, and plus mine.
All right. I think we should be good.
All right. So
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you perfectly.
Oh my lord, this is bad. Let me try my other headphone. Let Make sure it's not too fucking quiet. Oh, wait. There we go. We good?
We are good.
Oh, fuck yeah. Now I got headphones like hanging off me and shit. The fuck?
See, I can't see because I have the video paused. But have you noticed? I got the braids. I'm pulling a Robert today beanie.
I saw that, dude. You got the
Yeah.
you got the braid going. You got the beanie going, dude. We're
Yeah.
matching. We're twinning, dude.
I need some aviators. Like, I have a lot of Cherokee Indian in me, like a lot. So
Really?
I'm gonna pull a Robert today.
That is awesome, dude. Well, hell yeah. Let me now that you've mentioned it, let's bring you on. Boom, you weren't on the fucking TV. And where the fuck are you? Oh, we don't see you. Is your camera off? Turn your camera on. We can't even see you with all them braids.
My camera's not on?
No, can't see you.
Let's see. Do I need to let's see.
I haven't had technical difficulties in a while, so we could chill on this for a bit.
I see myself on the camera.
Oh, there you are. You're
Okay.
good.
Okay.
All
yeah,
right, everyone else, you guys can see her. Cool. See, it's just one question from Original Sleeker 1 asks, still got that long hair? Well, I got it right here in a braid, and
Heck yeah.
and we got Kayla here with her hair. All right, so sorry that took so freaking long. Go ahead. What was your question?
Well, I've had 2 kids, and I'm just looking like, okay, about the fitness. Do I need to get my cardio up before I work out? Like, what would be the best thing to lose the baby belly, I guess?
Oh man, that is a beautifully amazing question, because there are a lot of misconceptions when it comes to losing weight and burning fat and muscles,
Yeah.
especially for females, you guys, that don't want to look too masculine, right? So sometimes
It's not about the masculine. I just don't want to like get muscle underneath the fat and then make myself look even heavier.
No,
it just
that is absolutely false. What's going to happen is that if you start, doing more like type of weightlifting stuff, and for girls, like there's only like 1 or 2 exercises you could kind of, stay away from. But in your case, since you're pretty much at the starting gate, you don't need to worry about for like at least a year. And that is, usually like heavy on like the chest and the arms, because that's the part that will kind of look kind of bulky. But that comes way later. You could do that still right now. So I would suggest doing some weightlift. Get your fucking squats in and do all the lunges.
My legs are like jelly.
As much weight as you can, to where you're doing like 8 to 10 reps of stuff, and that's kind of where you want to be at. You want to do weightlifting. The reason for that is because you want to develop muscle. Why? Because muscle burns fat. And so the more muscle you have, the more fat you're going to burn. And then you add the cardio on top of it, and then now you start to really shed the fat. So like this week, I snapped that picture because I was like, holy shit, my abs are fucking starting to pop, dude. I'm really close. If I keep just eating the way I am and keep doing cardio, that 6-pack will be here in a week.
Dude, you and TJ have like got it going on.
It's crazy.
Like, and I seen Craig's post after we got off last time, and he's like,
I'm eating Cheetos.
And I'm like, I can kind of go with him more on that, but like I'm trying to stay away from that. But what are some good meals? Like some sensible meals? Like what would you recommend? I've been eating baked chicken with some oregano, salt, pepper. Sodas, I've cut them out. Every once in a while for a treat, I'll have like a Diet Pepsi, but I know there's still aspartame, sodium, which causes...
Like for me, like when I was mentioning before, I was talking about macros. What macros is, again, protein, carbs, and fat. And the reason why is because you need to balance it. Usually the standard is you eat your body weight in protein. Now, since you feel you're probably a little overweight, you want to go a little lower than that. So say like me, I'm 100 and I waver between 190 and about 200 pounds, somewhere in there, right?
We're about 197, so.
Well, hey, it is what it is. So you usually, for me, I'm going to eat right about that number. If I'm trying to gain muscle and bulk up, then I'll be like eating like 220 grams of protein. For you, you want to be eating probably, no, I wouldn't, how tall are you?
I'm 5'9".
5'9". So you're a little taller than average for most women. So I mean, you probably want to be like somewhere at about 130 to 140 grams of protein. Take the time. Trust me, take the time to start measuring shit. Well, I don't measure anymore, but for like 6 months, I'd fucking put a piece of chicken on a scale, how many grams is, and it was so fucking annoying, right? And then you know what else is annoying? Sitting on a practice pad to a fucking metronome, tick, 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 tick,
Yeah.
fucking playing for like an hour straight of just boring shit, not writing music, not playing on stage. But guess what? When I get on fucking stage, I kill it, you know what I mean? So you take the time to do the homework, do the math, and that you do that for a couple months, you tweak, you find what actually is working and find out what you actually enjoy. So for me, I figured out I'm not a guy who enjoys eating, no carbs. Some people eat no carbs, like Ronnie right now, dude. Ronnie doesn't eat carbs. He's just fucking shredding like crazy.
Human.
Yeah, and I'm like, dude, I can't do that because then you can't eat fruit, you can't eat rice, you can't eat bread, you can't eat anything, And
and then I know there's good carbs and bad carbs, but still, like, when you're going on the low-carb diet, which my grandmother's like, go on the Atkins diet, and I'm like, it's hard to just eat eggs, meat, and cheese, like, all the time. Like, I would like to, like, mix it up.
No, see, the Atkins, it does work in a way because what it's going to do is when you cut out carbs, the thing with carbs, they usually take longer to burn. And there's no real... oh my God, we got a fucking special guest in the house.
Oh, do we?
What up,
I was not expecting this. I thought he fucking bailed on me, but holy shit.
What up?
We got fucking the Buffalo here. Fucking Jordan's in the house.
Hey, Jordan.
What up? What up? Fucking put some headphones on, dude. Here.
Let's do this shit.
Oh wait, I got this.
You Game of Thrones lover, you.
Now Jordan, I've been trying to convince about food, but again, he's in the same boat. You have kids, he's working crazy hours. That's why he hasn't been really able to join me too much, and that's a normal thing, So that's where it really, diet really does go a long way. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I didn't want you to think I've been bailing. It's just the kids, and it's 8 o'clock here in Tennessee. It's 5 o'clock where you're at. So it's like it's
able to hear her there. Hopefully
bedtime, for my kids, and it's
Say
like
something.
What up?
Hey.
Oh wow, you hear her? I hear her.
I hear nothing.
You hear nothing. All right, where we at? Ox.
Got no mix.
Ox should be here. This one should. Maybe it's these headphones because this was cutting out and I hear you good. Let's
I
try.
didn't bring mine.
Here, try these. Try these. Dude, Apple products are the worst, even because they're the best, and then they break.
Yes.
Like
And
my-
see,
like
having
my
a 2-year-old,
phone.
they talk about kids, but a 2-year-old and any headphones, they don't last long.
They don't last, right? Can you hear now?
$60. Nah.
Try the other headphone, because it's only coming on one side. Say something.
Hey.
There we go.
Hey.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So.
Hey, all right.
So he's
Good, how are you?
He's good to go.
Awesome.
And
Robert today, got my braids going on. When I got to see you guys May 22nd of last year in Knoxville, you had your double braids. I thought that was so awesome. And
Really?
my hair, I was like, I'm going to pull a Robert today.
wait, let me go back to this chat. Let me see if my nemesis Eric fucking Cruz is on here. I don't think
Let's
he's
see
on
if he's
here.
talking some
Nah,
shit.
he's being a bitch. They see me and a bunch of friends that we're all gonna fight. We're all into boxing, so we got our own little
I've
group chat
been
going.
an update with it.
And that fool, everyone on there is like, he got a fucking ponytail and wears earrings. I'm like, are you kidding me, dude? This is
Dude,
what
that's badass.
this makes me sexy, dude. I'm
Okay, no offense to your wife, but it does make you very, very sexy.
That's
Sorry,
what I
Robert, but
said. That's what I said. He didn't believe.
I love the cross. I love the feather. I love the braid. I love the toboggan,
Well,
even
thank
though
you.
the aviators.
Wait,
but,
a toboggan? What the hell's a toboggan?
Fucking
The beanie.
Oh, the fucking. Okay. Yeah, no, I mean, it's cool, though. I try to tell him that. He does not believe me. So, anyways, yeah,
He's a little bitch.
Right?
Ooh.
Because they get jealous. They're haters. But
Exactly.
I've tried teaching Jordan some of this stuff, but again, it's you got to think about time. You got to think about budget. You got to think about all these things. Now that I have daughters, I have to think a lot differently now
What are we
too.
talking about?
She was asking for some tips on diet and things like that and exercise, you know. And
It's also willpower, man, because I lost, what did I lose, 120, 230
Yeah.
pounds. I still look nar, but I,
let's wait. Let's plug you in.
oh, am I not in?
No, good thing I remembered now. Yeah, Matt was here, and we had the whole fucking setup all crazy. Work. We haven't had any technical difficulty. Test it.
Check. Can you hear me?
Yeah. So you probably hear Jordan in the distance. Alrighty.
Yeah. So I mean, you know, it's willpower. Like you just get
We fucking lost her.
stuck on your day-to-days.
So
Why
yes.
would we lose her by plugging it in?
I think it's just the internet connection. I haven't had any technical
Dude,
difficulties
it's getting
today.
crazy. Have you seen the outside?
Oh yeah, it was last night, all night. I've been up since like 3 in the morning with the girls. It's fucking lightning everywhere, dude. I was counting too. There was like in the neighborhood, Mexico's got earthquake. What do you guys think about that? That's what we should be trying to figure out.
Literally,
I think maybe her phone died or something.
You know what, dude? It's not Armageddon, but it is for some people.
Yeah,
It
is.
literally is, and for a lot of people here on our side of things. I mean, dude, the whole West Coast, literally name a state besides us, they're on fire.
Yeah.
Utah, Idaho,
Yep.
Oregon, California, like holy shit.
The whole southeast is just like fucked.
Underwater.
Mexico is an entire earthquake. Central America, I feel in the aftershocks.
Not just like, oh, they had an earthquake.
No.
An 8-point magnitude earthquake.
And then you got fucking. I mean, for us in Vegas, we get like a little shower and just fucking flood
And
warnings.
my car got dirty, and I just washed it.
That's ridiculous. But you
what
know,
we deal with.
but jokes aside, hopefully everyone out there is safe. I know my friend Franz, he plays in the band called Attila. He lives in Florida, and he's live streaming. He's like, everyone's boarding up their house, and I'm just here making burgers. Dude, get the fuck out.
Oh,
get the fuck out. Seriously.
I shared something today, and I don't know if anyone's listening, but in Florida, you should download this. What's it called? There's an app that makes your phone a walkie-talkie. I bet you can just Google and find out. They were telling people to do that, and then also there's another really good tip that they're telling people to do. Ryan posted it today. You should share that actually on your
What is it?
Twitter. Just a couple really good tips for people about to get the storm hit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. No, I mean it's really crazy out there, and you know, I just want everyone to try to be safe. You know, I think God works in mysterious ways. You know, we got Kayla back on. God works in mysterious ways because this is a time when, in the country and in the world where everyone's fucking really divided and taking sides and fuck you if you disagree. Now everyone's coming kind of fucked together. So now we kind of need each other to help each other out, or we die. You know what I mean?
Oh, you can use your dishwasher as a waterproof safe, apparently.
That's amazing.
Yes, I've
'Cause it,
seen that on Facebook today.
Closes.
So
and
we
it
got Kayla
seals.
back, and Kayla,
So
I'm gonna go.
My computer
this
had to
one.
do an update.
I'm gonna go to. Yeah, it happens. I'm having tech difficulties every time you come on. It's crazy. But I got a couple more guys wanting to come on here. So just to finish off with what Jordan was saying, willpower is a lot of it too. There's two sides. There's knowledge. There's understanding of what it is to, like, you know, what you need to do. Because just being like, all right, I'm going to fucking get in shape. You don't know what getting in shape is. So you need to study and you need to learn. What does your body need? What I need is different than what you need. My age, my height, my size, structure, and, you know, male, female. There's so many factors. But at
Can
the
I
end
ask
of the
you
day,
a question, though?
what is that?
How old are you?
I'm 30.
I'm 28.
28?
Okay. We're not that far off.
No. So we're close, you know. But the thing is, the willpower will get you to acquire that knowledge, you know. And like Jordan, like obviously Jordan's overweight now, But in high school, he was probably about this size, and he said, "Fuck you, I'm getting in shape." And motherfucker, dude, he was always, the chubby guy of the group. And then all of a sudden, one day, my friend Mike goes, "Come on, fat ass, you too, Jordan, let's go." I'm like, what? When did I become a fat guy of the group? And
You became a fat guy.
I was the fat guy of the group because I was fat. I was never like huge. I was never huge, but I was definitely pretty big,
You saw the RMO video.
Yeah,
Chubby little Mexican.
I was chubby, and he lost a lot of weight. He's cut out a lot of stuff. So
We'll have to show the RMO second year.
The talent show.
Talent show, yeah.
Yeah, where
big difference.
He looked like Matt Shadows,
Matt Shadows, and then they just came out, so we were like, I don't know, kind of like.
He looked rad as fuck.
Rob that style a little bit.
All right, but Kayla, I'm gonna get over to a new guy right now. So
That's fine.
So thanks for calling in, and we'll probably do a Patreon only though if you want to hang out for a little bit, or we'll get you back on.
I just didn't want you to think I've been bailing on you, and also this right here, if you can see it, hold on, let me get this.
What is it?
You can't read it good. Hell yeah! At the concert, May 22nd, which is my sister's birthday. But instead, you guys all signed my ticket. It's one of my prized possessions.
Where was that? That was at.
It was in Knoxville, Tennessee, May 22nd of last year, and it was my sister's birthday. And instead of hanging out with her, I went to see you guys and got to meet you.
What does the venue look like? What was it called?
The International.
International. Oh my gosh, because I remember Nashville. Nashville was surprisingly one of the smaller shows of that tour, from what I remember.
Well, Knoxville is not very big, but I remember you and Kevin were walking back to the tour bus, and me and Jesse were actually in my car. We were leaving because we came to just see you guys, and you guys are like, "You're leaving," and we're like, "Yeah, we got a baby at home," which she's like 8 months old at the time, and we just came to see you guys, and
that was crazy.
We got our tickets signed, got to hang out with you guys for a second, and we were like, all right, peace out.
That's awesome. All right, dude. All right, well, take care, and we'll probably come back to you later. If not, we'll catch you on the Patreon only portion.
All right, bye, man.
All right, peace. Yeah, dude, but just real quick to go back to all that other stuff we were talking earlier today, about I just want to get people's takes. Global warming. What is your take? You're wearing a fucking T-Rex fucking Jurassic Park shirt. What are your views? Jordan believes that the government is creating these hurricanes.
I believe that they do have the power. Many patents we've had over the years. We did in Vietnam. For real, we did in Vietnam. They did weather modifications for Vietnam. Today I just saw, I've known about this stuff forever, but somebody showed an old thing with the Top Gear guy. And NASA has a big machine, and it literally put up a cloud in a matter of seconds, and it's and it's going to go over to that place, and it's going to rain. And it literally came out and started raining. Dude, fuck, man, they can do that. And, they could do it. I'm just saying it's a potential possibility. Who would want to do it? I don't know. It does seem like all this at once is kind of crazy. Either it's global warming, and all at once, I don't know. Or maybe someone's making it look like global warming. Maybe that's the agenda. Or maybe it's just that time of the month for Mother Nature. I don't know. It's kind of crazy. I'm not saying that's what's happening, but for a fact, anybody can look up. It's on there, the patents we are capable of making hurricanes. The smartest guy right now, the Asian scientist, he's got blonde hair. He's got white hair, and he's I
probably know.
You've seen him on stuff on different things. He comes out and says that we have this technology and all this stuff, and they're just saying it what's cool is we've been able to develop this kind of technology for weather modification. Okay, well, what are they going to do with it? If they made it seem like we all are fucked and we're on a bunch of camps and we're kind of more dependent on the government than ever, that could benefit somebody. Mm-hmm. It could benefit somebody. I don't know. I'm not putting it past things. I'm just open.
Things like that. Okay, obviously we're charting into gnarly conspiracy theory territory. Not to say that I will completely discredit the notion that weather modification things exist, if you say they do and you've researched it, not to say no, but I'm gonna give it the benefit of the doubt, right?
Okay.
So let's say I don't believe that. Definitely not on this grand of a scale, you know, where it's fucking the biggest fucking hurricane we've ever seen. Obviously, to me, that's like crazy. But it seems to me it's like, how much money do you think something like that would cost to fucking make happen versus how much money they're gonna fucking spend, or how much they'll gain on the notion that look what global warming's doing, invest in the global warming. That if they were to do something like these hurricanes, that's gonna cost trillions of dollars to make happen, and in turn, how much money are they gonna make with people putting money towards fixing global warming? It seems like a waste of money and that their budget would be off.
Okay, so how I've looked at it is I've already seen some people have showed cam footage of being in the FEMA camp and kind of described what it's like right now in Texas. So their description is, dude, it's almost like we're in jail. Like they got armed guards, they limited all the supplies. They, all this guy was complaining about he couldn't use his toothbrush and he took his little pack away. Now, okay, yes, they're going to have security in camps where they're trying to help people from the flood. But at the same time, if everything is taken away from your life and now you are completely dependent on the powers that be and your government, well, what could they gain? What's more important to people who have all the money in the world, who run all the stuff? Not really money. Money equals something. It equals the real commerce, which is people doing what they want to be done. So, dude, there's already people that are in these FEMA camps who are shit like this. I feel like I'm in jail. They've color coded it and they put people on different like split them up appropriately for different things, like they're in their life. I don't know, dude. Like it could be.
Research that, but
no. There's already footage. There's cell phone footage. I mean, you got to think everything's documented.
Yeah.
Right now, everything's documented because everybody has a phone. So, could it be that it develops into something where it puts more and more control, like we've never had, and then to get out of that is a big process for people, where now they're more and more in debt? Because if you look at how government has begin to be as big as it is now. When it first started, it was like nothing. It was just, the government was just kind of like a defense. Like you've always said, and we've talked, you just want government to be your defense. That's it. You don't want them to take care of you. You don't want them to be involved in anything.
Well, I mean, sort of, to some extent.
But you don't want them to be involved in everything. You don't want them to be able to say, Robert, unfortunately, you can't be a German. You have to be this. We need you for this. Yeah,
like The Giver.
Right.
You read The Giver?
Yes. The Giver, 1984.
Yeah, all that shit.
That kind of thing.
Well, because we got to take some other callers, before we go too down that fucking rabbit hole. It's crazy. They're saying, Kayla's saying it's in the Bible. It's in End of the World by Escaped Fate. And then Original Sleeker says they don't believe in the Bible. So there you go. But
I'm not saying that's what it is. I'm just saying I'm open to thinking other things.
The idea, the concept.
I also could just think, oh shit, it's a really gnarly summer typhoon season. It is typhoon season. Let's not try to say that's not typhoon season.
It's pretty gnarly,
and it is dry in the West Coast.
Yeah.
And they have fires. Just about every year, California has fires.
Yeah.
So yes, it's huge. Maybe it, but at the same time, it's just.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just natural as well.
Before I take Cameron, hopefully he's still there. If you're there, Cameron, I'm gonna go to you now. But I'll end it with this. Okay, I'm not saying my views on anything to do. I'm not giving you any views on global warming or climate change and what my philosophies are on there, because I'd like to find out more personally. But if humans made climate change because of our emissions, and then the United States had to give $1 billion for the Accord, the French Accord, what is it called?
I don't remember the program,
whatever the treaty is where they were trying to
Or what we
get
backed
mindful.
out of
Okay,
doing.
we backed out of it, obviously, and everyone fucking lost their minds, at least on Twitter. So if that happened, and humans are causing this global warming, and America's $1 billion is going to stop climate change, could the dinosaurs have stopped their climate change in the Ice Age if they had $1 billion of the U.S. dollars?
No.
Could the dinosaurs have had emissions regulations that would have stopped the Ice Age from happening?
No, the only way...
You're an expert on dinosaurs, so I'm coming to you. Did the dinosaur emissions cause
It's so unknown,
Ice
though.
Age?
Even though we don't even know if they died out from an Ice
T-Rex
Age.
driving arms, he can't reach the steering wheel because he's got short arms.
We do know that they had a significant impact on the world they lived in because of the sheer size of them. I think I remember I think it was Joe Rogan who had a guy on talking about bringing back mammoths only because they're so heavy, and it would be like beneficial for the ecosystem for them to graze and walk around on a specific area in the Arctic.
Yeah.
And bringing them back would be so like they had a really big impact on their world because their world was built for them and their capacity and their size. So maybe the Earth kind of gave out. The Earth is a living organism, and it is living, and it can only do so much. And maybe we have. I'm not saying we've not destroyed our Earth, because we have.
Because the United States gives $1 billion towards climate change.
What we could do.
If the dinosaurs had the U.S. to give
okay, I gotta follow. I gotta follow up with you. I gotta follow up with you.
You there, Cameron? Real quick.
So.
Hello, did you see me?
Yeah, we see you. Jordan's gonna finish up, but we got you on.
All right, so I will say this, and this is just a viewpoint, okay?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe my viewpoint. But you're saying your question was, if the dinosaurs had $1 billion, could they have changed? Well, I would say if the dinosaurs could take $1 billion and shrink themselves to maybe let the Earth breathe a little bit better, maybe. Obviously, they can't. If the humans were given a chance to shrink down our dinosaur impact on our world, maybe we could have a better shot of breathing up the world.
The answer is quite simple. The dinosaurs had emissions, okay? And those emissions caused the climate change that caused the Ice Age. Same type of emissions we have now that are going to cause the climate change.
Yeah, but their emissions were from their bodies.
No, their emissions were from a big-ass fucking comet that crashed and just fucking smoking.
That's a theory. That's a theory, though.
That's a theory. I don't know. But anyways, what up, Cameron? You're finally on. You're from fucking New Zealand, NZ, as you guys call it, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Nice, I did good. If you got headphones, that would help everything. We can hear you, but it's a little low, so... anyways, nice to have you on. It is Fan Mail Friday. We're talking weather because there's a lot of crazy stuff happening out here. But, you can fire away. Ask me anything, man.
You guys are having a pretty deep conversation there, but I've got some questions on Escape the Fate, if that's okay.
Hell yeah, I could answer those any day.
Cool. So, over the years, you've obviously had a lot of interviews. Has there been any over the years that have been either really awkward or really enjoyable?
Wait, was it really enjoyable, or what was the other one?
Awkward.
Really? Yeah. Sorry, my accent.
No, it's all right, mate. Wait, that's Australians.
Dude, I just hear Flight of the Conchords. I love you, buddy.
What part of New Zealand you from? You in Auckland?
Brett, present? Can you say Brett, present?
Shit, dude. No, but anyways, yeah, I mean, for me, and I actually talked with my friend Eddie about this today, the really awkward years, the difficult, trying phases, obviously in the very beginning when we were dealing with, Ronnie. Ronnie's a great guy, okay? But he was a young kid with a really bad drug problem. Now, he's crazy. Don't get me wrong. Ronnie is he's the most unique individual you'll ever meet in your life, right? Like, you could tell. Drugs or no drugs. But with drugs, it was really bad. You know what I mean? It was horrible. Max was on drugs. And then, So the very beginning was bad. Then it was great for a while. We made a killer record that followed up Dying Is Your Latest Fashion, that a lot of people gravitated towards. Our fan base continued to grow. Everything was going well. Max is on drugs, but it's not stopping us, and everyone's kind of doing their thing. We lost your camera. So, you know, it was difficult. Once, for me, the hardest part, because I can attribute those early years to growing pains and, you know, the drug use. But once we actually had success and we're making real money and we're playing the biggest shows of our lives, you know, being on good spots and huge festivals all over the world, and that drug problem that Max had caught up, and the ability for other members of the band to deal with it, and everyone's unwillingness to really, like, put up with it, but, you know, this is your dream, and you imagine this is going to be great, and I'm making money, and, you know, it's crazy, but I hate it, because I'm fucking miserable. Those years were difficult, and that was around the time of the self-title. Between then and Ungrateful was very, very difficult. Since Ungrateful, and, you know, since Thrasher came into the band and TJ, and we solidified this is good, even though the band has wavered in success levels, and, you know, obviously at that time it was really peaking really well for us, and it's come down and it goes back up. Hate Me brought us back up to a certain level, and it did well, and hopefully we keep that momentum going with the next one, and we certainly have a great tour ahead of us. But I'm the happiest I've ever been now. I definitely love it, and the reason why is because I think we all matured. I think we all moved past those difficult areas. I think we went past the, you know, fucking, you know, the people who were unwilling to commit because they would rather do drugs or, you know, do other things or whatever. Those people are gone now. So now it's just focus on music. Yes, people party, but the focus is there.
That's good.
And when you have a solid team.
He asked, what was your favorite interview?
Oh, my favorite interview?
Well, was there any, like, extremely awkward interviews over the years?
Jesus Christ. I thought you said... I thought you asked me what was years.
No, he said interviews that are... I was just waiting till you to get to the point. I was like, no.
You're an asshole. You could have stopped me.
Look, I'll say one. Remember when you interviewed Slash?
That was the most awkward.
It was probably the most fun and awkward at the same time.
These motherfuckers in the chat didn't say nothing either. Okay, this is the most awkward interview I've ever had. Right the fuck now. Yeah, this one's right up there. I thought you said, was there any? And I don't know. It cut out. Remember, I even asked you what the part was. That's why we said awkward. I was like, oh, that's weird. But your accent and my headphone cut out. But anyways, awkward interview Slash takes a cake, even though I was the one interviewing, because that was like, whoo, this is fucking crazy. I didn't know what to do. Basically, they wanted to get us in the same room and just kind of sort of just dare me to ask him, hey, man, anyone ever tell you look like a drummer of Escape to Fate? And I asked him. I even fumbled the way I asked him, and it's just like, he's like, what? Huh? What the fuck? Who? What? You know, just blinds him. He's like, are you Robert from Escape to Fate? Like, yeah, man, people ask me that all the time. They wanted me to ask you fuck. You know, that was my biggest idol, and I'm just like staring at him like I'm a fucking dickhead.
I thought it was funny.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was all for a laugh, but jeez, dude, that was awkward. But there were some great ones. But to be honest, if you haven't checked it out, Game Over Jesse, who's always on here, I didn't. We did like a whole hour together on his channel. He interviewed me, and we really went in depth, and we really broke down the early years and talked about those times and all that stuff. And it was fun to kind of just go and how one thing he was saying, because as you referred to awkward interviews, is what is like the most like when interviewers ask you and they're uninformed about you, and they're just kind of asking really generic questions, or they are asking the wrong guy. Like they'll ask Thrasher, hey, what was it like when Ronnie left the band? He's like, I don't fucking know, dude, I wasn't there. You know, that's kind of just like, it's not so much that it's unprofessional, but it is, because it's like, do a little research. And you know, Jesse fucking made it in a way to where, like, here, I want to just fucking ask you everything. If I sound ignorant, it's because I am, and I want to know. So it made it awesome. So to be honest, that was probably the best interview I've ever done. I loved it.
Cool.
For sure, man. Right on. Anything else, dude? So we can get over to one more and hit some of this chat as well.
Quickly, on the Ungrateful Deluxe Japanese version, there's that song "Apologize."
Yeah.
And I really, really love that. Was there any particular reason as to why that wasn't on the standard release?
You know, to be honest, man, I don't really know. Sometimes it happens to where certain songs don't fit the mold, and even Jordan and I have been in a band since high school. We've been working on one album for 17 years, and even us, right? We recently recorded all those high school songs again. Our RMO songs, and the one that we fucking loved that we played at the talent show, we're like, I don't know, this one doesn't fit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of the idea with Apologize, is that it seemed that album was going a lot more towards, I guess, more straight up rock, and the guitars were a little bit more kind of metal sounding and a lot more kind of that thing. A little bit less of the hooky pop stuff, a little bit less of that. So
Is that the End of the World song?
no, that one's on Hate Me, but Apologize was not in that sort of realm. I think that's why I ended up not making it. But yeah, we all love that song. We actually talked about playing it on a headliner at some point, because it's just like, it was just good, and it kind of sucked when you lose a song like that. And his favorite ETF song ever didn't make the record either. That was a song I wrote. Me and Craig wrote, and I wrote the verses about a cousin of mine, End of the World. Fucking orchestration's crazy, man, and the lyrics are so gnarly to me. And I don't know, for some reason it fucking didn't work out, you know. It sucks.
Cool. I've got one last quick question for Jordan.
Sure. Oh shit.
For me?
Yeah.
What's up, buddy?
Jordan, has fame changed Robert at all?
Nah, he's still a douchebag. Was that what he meant to? Is that what you want to know? He's still a big piece of shit. No, it's weird because, like, Robert just, I don't know. We had these friends in high school, and then it just happened, and it was like, we were just playing in bands thinking this is what is fun. Nobody ever thought it was a job possibility until Ronnie had a pop punk band, and Robert played with him, and then Ronnie called him out of the blue and had that offer, and I mean, it just happened. And so everyone's like, oh shit, it's a possibility. Like, you just don't, you know, nobody really, we just had playing to play kind of thing. But yeah, it's cool. It's cool with everything here. You know, it's good to have Robert to do what he wants to do and stuff.
I think both of us, we've evolved. You know what I mean? So, yeah, in a lot of ways, I'm like the same. I'm weird, but the fact that of having fans, I think, gives a different perspective of who I am, even though I'm the same fucking selfish weirdo I've always been. But that's, like, loyal, though. You know what I mean? It's kind of weird. Like, he's still, like, we've been hanging out since high school. My wife I've been with since high school. You know, we've had our ups and downs. And my other friend Eddie, who calls in all the time, he's since high school. You know, it's just, that's how I roll. Escape to fate. You know, that's how I roll. But yeah, I'm a fucking weirdo, and I always have been. And the difference now is that I believe that I'm probably just a little bit more approachable, and I put my opinions out more than I did back then. That's
right.
Yeah, that's what I think the difference is, probably. You know,
today, like, you were always really quiet in interviews. It was quite hard to gauge you back then.
Yeah.
But
yeah, and now I just, like, fuck it. Just fuck it. What you got one chance. If you fuck up, you say something stupid, oh well. All right, man. Well, I'm gonna hit up this chat a little bit and get to another caller. Thanks for calling in. If you want to hang out for the Patreon only edition, where I think me and Jordan are gonna fucking go deep.
Hey, do you ever? Hey, hold on. I got a question. What's his name? Cameron. You watch Flight of the Conchords?
Yes, I love Flight of the Conchords.
Can
I
you
love Murray.
Can you say Brett present?
Brett present.
He doesn't know what it is, but it's like the most genius show That's a true musician show. They got a manager, and every time he has it's just the shittiest local band, and he's like, he shows up, he's like, he says himself, and he says present. Okay, Brett, present, and then Jemiah, and I don't know. It's really dry, weird humor, but
is it better than Food Paradise?
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
I mean, you can't jerk off, but it's it's still fun.
All right, Cameron, we're out.
Thanks, guys.
See you, buddy.
Bye.
Yeah, man, that's cool. Cameron is first-time caller. He's been here for a while. He's always in on the chat and everything. That's why I wanted to, be able to lower to the $5 amount to have more callers.
Oh, I saw that. That's cool.
Yeah, especially when because you can't make it all the time and everything. So I want to be able to have more callers and stuff like that, where instead of just like a few that are just.
What's your plans? I'll interview you. What's your plans when you go on tour with the podcast? What's exciting for everybody?
I gotta. There's two options. One, get on the computer, fucking find good Wi-Fi somewhere, and it'd probably be like Facecam, or I could do it on my phone. There's ways around this. The setup's a little intricate here, but it's doable. It's for sure doable. It just probably will lag a little bit. The video quality won't be as good, but I definitely want to continue it. I think it'll be more fun, especially on tour, having a lot of new footage and stories to tell.
I think you'll have definitely more video footage.
And then I think it'll be awesome to do like a live video and get fans that are at the shows, that can probably be on and stuff, and maybe do some of these type questions in person.
You know what I think you should do? I think for the fans, you should do a live cast of the show.
Really?
From your drums point of view, take this guy.
Oh yeah.
And you tape it on. You say, "Okay, we're going live," and you just put it on and fucking.
Dude, I'm absolutely
do it up.
That. I'll do that all the time. So I'm super stoked. I'm gonna back up real quick here and answer a couple of these. Since you're here, dude, you could give your fucking answers too.
Dude.
What a there was one. See, people are being friends here. They're all giving each other's IGs and shit. We got a nice little family, and this is what I wanted to do right here: is build a little fucking community, and it'll slowly grow over time, But this is what, like, people start to miss this shit.
I'm still here. I gotta stand up for shit.
Whoa. People calling him Big Daddy and talking dirt. What the fuck? Let me see. Jesse is my baby daddy. I'm gonna read this shit. Listen to this shit. You guys are all awesome. I told Game Over Jesse the other day, I feel like we're a little family. Yoeli has become my bestie. See, we're creating families out here, dude. Bands bring us all together, Melissa, says Cody. Jesse is my baby daddy, says Game Over Kayla. Up to you, Kayla. LOL. Cody Parker is the name. I'm wearing a fedora. Good band friend gifted me. True. Love it. Kayla, I'm Big Daddy. Whoa. Okay. You guys, I'm going to bypass those. So there was one question, and I'm trying to find it. Just something to do with like there it is.
I like it.
Pretty simple fucking question that we get this all the time. What is your favorite song of all time? Mine goes back and forth. I have a couple. For one, and
Call of Cthulhu.
Call of Cthulhu is definitely up there. And then there was Silence up there. What's that called? Sacred Worlds is fucking up there. All You Need Is Love is up there. The National Anthem, the Star Spangled Banner might be my favorite song.
That song, you know what I did when football came on and I was working, and besides saying shut the fuck up, I muted somebody. I said, whoa, my systems are, hold on. I just muted someone and I watched the whole thing. I took the thing off my head.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't even think on that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's cool, man. Like it's not just about the sports. It just is. There's something about football and the Star Spangled Banner.
It's so
There's just something about it. Like it just hits you. Like, dude, honestly, if you want to sit down and enjoy yourself while it's going on, fucking do it. If you want to be supportive and put your fist up and be a support, do it. I think you should support it however you want to support it.
Dude, If you fucking saw, if you saw the fucking the on Thursday yesterday, the NFL game, the whole fucking stadium started singing it. And now in other countries, in England and Mexico, you'll hear people singing their national anthem. In the U.S., we don't really do that, because we're a melting pot, so everyone's kind of got their own thing, and everyone's a little bit more shy. When you go overseas, the shows are just, energy levels are higher. I don't know why, but people were singing that motherfucker, dude. They were singing it. I was like, oh, I got chills. The girl sounded like fucking Sia, and she was like, oh, I love that song, man. It just fucking brings a tear to my eye almost every fucking time, dude.
And then, to the least I know I'm free. What's that?
Oh, fucking, God bless the USA.
God bless the USA. I cannot listen to that without crying.
Oh,
straight up.
Amazing.
There's not, like, if I had to act for something and I needed a quick cry,
dude.
Earbud.
Oh, yeah.
Going in, it's over.
Real talk, that is literally one of my favorite songs. I might put November Rain up there. Because that song's so fucking epic. We got nostalgia. We got everything.
And it kind of depends. Like, Tonight's up there, but it's not the best song. But to me, it's, kind of represents my child and stuff.
Oh, yeah, dude. Cody, we're going to you. And Sebi, it looks like you might be from Russia.
Oh, cool.
Sebi? I don't know how he says it. Yeah, dude, I seen that picture. You got your ticket, or is that a new one? It's hard to tell. I can't see it. Is that? Are you showing me that you got your ticket, or that is an old ticket of a show you went to?
The person whom you're trying to reach.
Piece of shit, Cody.
I'm the person.
Anyways, so
calling everybody a piece of shit.
It's a piece of shit. So let's get back to this real quick. Let's ask the fans some questions, and I'll read what you guys are saying in the chat. What are your guys' thoughts? Oh, there he is. We got him back. Maybe we can ask. All right, Cody. You know what it is. It's Friday. It is fucking fan mail Friday. So let's do this.
All right.
And just so you guys know in the fucking chat, that's a hat that fucking Craig Mabbitt gave him right there.
Oh, come on. I don't like bragging about it. That's why I said just a friend. Come on.
It's all good though, dude. So what's good? We got Jordan here.
What up?
I don't have any questions for Jordan. If I knew he was coming, I would have thought of something. Particularly, more than likely, Game of Thrones shit talking related. But,
oh Lord.
What'd he say?
Game of Thrones shit talking.
Oh yeah.
How horrible was that ending? It didn't exist.
Holy shit! That was the best thing ever.
But anyways, what's good? You had some stuff lined up.
I did, but again, after a conversation yesterday, I have one I'm saving for either like a really slow Patreon only chat or something like that.
Fuck that. We're already here. Fuck that.
This one's long though. It would take I would be like 20 straight minutes of you answering it. That's kind of why I want to hold back on it.
Oh wow. Okay. All right. It's all good. So let me ask you something then. Jordan is under the belief. Not the belief. The
possibility.
The possibility. Or he believes in the possibility of government. They could be manipulating the weather to where they could actually be responsible for some of this type of stuff. Now we're heading down flat Earth.
No, we're not heading down flat. We're heading down 9/11 inside job stuff. Not no damn flat Earth shit.
This is like inside out Earth.
No.
So I mean,
there's real science behind this. This is not some quack theory.
What do you think global warming? What do you think? Does it exist? Climate change? There's two things: climate change and global warming. What do you think?
I definitely believe in global warming. I absolutely do. I respect everyone's opinion and their ability to not believe or believe. But when it comes to the government, interfering with the weather and creating it themselves, with the technology we have right now, I wouldn't say no. But at the same time, as much as I'm personally a government hater, I'm not gonna lie, but I'm not gonna blindly dive into that, because until there's like some blatant, obvious like hint, I mean, sure, again, we have the technology, but until something is shown like by the government, they can't keep secret. They always let things slip up. Until that happens, I'm skeptical. But I also want to keep my mind open to the thought that it's possible. We have the technology now. It's completely possible, and I wouldn't put it past the fuckbag to do that. But again, until they slip up and open their mouths and let something go out, I'm again skeptical of that.
That's what I'm saying. It's possible, and I wouldn't put it past them. You know, depending on how bad they want certain agendas to come. I mean, I think this whole divide that we've had of this left and right, we've always had a left and right, but in my lifetime, it's never been this vicious, ever. But this whole left and right and things getting blown out of proportion, little things and this and this and that, and especially the mainstream media having a lot to do with it. What's the agenda? I mean, there is an agenda. What is it? What's the end game on this? I mean, why push so hard to, divide this country the way it's been? My thoughts is division is the easiest way. It's always been. It's the easiest way for control, because if everyone's so busy fighting about blue and red, well, they're missing out on the fact of, the true black and white, the true truths of what's happening there. I don't know. So I'm just open to that.
This is why, and I got my cross hearing. Eddie and I speak a lot about this, and for anyone who believes anything, whatever it is, dude, as long as that message that gets to you is that of love, I'm cool with you. I don't care what it is. I don't care if you believe no God. I don't care if you believe, Buddha. It don't matter to me. I don't care. Whatever gets you there, Maybe you just somehow acquired this knowledge somehow through some divine form, or you just woke up and you just realized, hey, love people. But that's why, to me, I like Jesus' theory. His theory is pretty good. You love each other. You have each other's back. You put others' needs ahead of your own, and that's what it's about. And that's why when we look at stuff, and that's why Christians will say, and you can't confuse. Remember, don't confuse Christians with Christ. Those are two different people. Okay, Christians are not Christ. Christians are imperfect. They're trying, but sometimes they misinterpret. But when you deal with that kind of thing, it happens. But a lot of them in situations like this, where you got fucking storms all over the place, people what?
The most ghetto rig fucking setup ever.
I know. It is what it is, dude.
I didn't know.
I think it's functional.
It's a string, and then there's like a bread tie.
Oh yeah, that's straight ghetto. They didn't have any tape and twist ties.
When he asked the question before of has Robert changed? Hell no. That's how he rang up everything.
I'll show you guys next time. Twist ties and duct tape, they fix everything, to answer the question. But I think what Christians will always say is, in times of trouble, floods and earthquakes and things, it'll be like, God's mad, or God's doing this for a reason, or it's because sometimes, dude, I feel that type of thing is warranted. The Bible's full of parables, like examples, analogies. And so I started earlier saying, right now, everyone's so divided. And the most interesting thing I find about it in the division is that people are upset about the other side for their lack of understanding and hatred. And in their hatred, they're actually spewing hate. Now, I look at, okay, well, what is a theory that works for that? Oh, don't cast stones. Or if you are free of sin, go ahead, cast a stone. At which point no one is able to ever cast a stone. Jesus said that, and I think that's a great philosophy. Because when you look at the other side and you say, fuck you, you're this, or this, and then the other side, well, fuck you, you're this. What does that solve? That never solves anything. So in a time of trouble, like a giant fucking flood that we can't control, and despite your, openness to it, I don't think they can create that massive of a fucking hurricane followed by an earthquake. That would just be ridiculous. Maybe. You never know. You never know.
It is a big, tall order, yeah, for sure.
But let's, in theory, it's a fucking earthquake, it's Mother Nature, global warming, all that kind of stuff, whatever. But it's got now a lot of people that talk shit to each other on their phones are gonna have to go outside and help each other now. You know what I mean? And when you look outside, that fucking water's coming. Or if you're in the Northwest, the fires are coming. And you gotta fucking help each other out. I don't give a fuck who you voted for. I don't give a fuck blue, red, left, right, alternative left, alternative right, whatever the fuck you. Now it's like, dude, we gotta survive together. So that's why I think sometimes when in times of trouble, people will say, God did this for a reason. He wants you to get through this. He wants you to learn. He wants you, and these things are true. Sometimes it's just like, yo, wake your asses up. You know what I mean? So that's where the theory of Noah's Ark. Now, was it literal? Was there really 2 animals and of every fucking species and fucking, a flood that completely wiped out the earth? No, but this hurricane's a fucking good analogy for that. There's a parable where Noah goes out and preaches and says, dude, you guys gotta just listen. This is the right way to do things. Just listen. No one fucking listens, and they all fucking perish. So now everyone's got to listen or we'll perish. You know what I mean? We got to fucking lend a hand out to each other. You know what I mean? And that's the best way I can describe it. And now, let's say, like, for example, J.J. Watt of the Houston Texans, he how much did he raise? He raised
over 20 million.
Millions, dude.
Over 20 million. I know for a fact 20 million.
And I wonder what color that money was. You know what I mean? Was it red or blue? Fuck no. It was fucking money green, and it fucking bought people fucking supplies that they needed from wherever they needed to get it from. You know what I mean? And that's people helping each other out. And I'm sure it came from both people's bank accounts. And even people that probably didn't have a lot to give. Maybe people that did have a lot to give, like J.J. Watt himself. And so that's where I look at troubles like that and I say, no, dude, no. Focus on helping one another. Love one another. Treat each other with kindness. And for me, I do this to entertain people. I play music, and sometimes that's a nice distraction to get people to enjoy life for a moment, to get away from all that drama and just be like, life can be good sometimes, because that's important, But I don't know, man. What do you think? If we can hear you. Are you still there? Can you still hear me, Cody? Well, I don't know. Cody's having trouble with those headphones. What's your thought process on that, Jordan?
Well, it's interesting you say you view Noah's Ark as a parable. That's interesting.
We have him.
You're good, Cody. What's up?
I don't know. You're gonna have to call back in. You're gonna have to call back in. Oh, there he is. Way better. My headset's better. Yeah? No? Call right back in. So, anyways, yeah, I mentioned Noah as a
parable. Where'd you come up with that?
Because, I'm looking at flooding, and I'm thinking that this is coming from somewhere, and I think a lot of stuff in Genesis is meant to be parable. Most things in the Bible are meant to be parable. I feel, I don't know, I'm not a preacher, but it seems like that would be the case, So,
well, I'm not saying, I'm just saying that's an interesting viewpoint, but so where does that go? Do you not believe that Jesus actually fed the multitudes with 3 loaves of bread and 2 fish? Do you not believe Jesus walked on water? Where does the parables go and the miracles stop for you? Kind of interesting. Maybe it's another time, but that's interesting. I've never heard of that being thought of as parable.
Yeah.
I've always kind of taken a lot of it as
a lot of people
as doctrine, I guess.
Are like doubters of the Bible will always say things like, oh, come on, flooded the whole sea and fucking, just killed everybody. It's like, those are, like, when you take it literal, yeah, it's like, wow.
If you look at sedimentation of rocks, mountains, you see evidence of water.
Yeah.
Could that be in our lifetime, prehistoric lifetime? At some point,
yeah,
the Earth's been underwater. You know, so I don't know. But that's interesting. That's an interesting. We'll have to
what's
go
your
back to
take,
that.
Since we got you here, what do you think about all that stuff and this earthquakes and, you know, hurricanes and all that stuff, man?
As dark as it is, I thoroughly think we need a reset button. I think we need another Noah's Ark. I think we've kind of fallen down the wrong path. There's a lot of good people like you and, again, the people in the comments. All of us are coming together and actually promoting happiness and kindness to each other. But we're kind of a minority now. This world has just become so full of selfishness and hatred, and it's kind of become impossible to stop. No matter how many good people go out of their way to help others, it's just going to fall back apart. And again, it's very negative and very dark, but I think we need another reset button. I think we need another Noah's Ark where the heavens kind of fall down and cleanse the earth and let us start over again.
I think not getting away from this is a great reset. I recently gotten with my wife, and anyways, ended up taking off my Facebook for. I started with Facebook, so I still have it, but I use it for news and stuff like that, and I talk shit with sports and stuff like that. But long story short, it consumes my time, social media in general, other social media devices, and I took a little break from it, and I think what you're saying is going to happen. What Robert was saying is going to happen is that we're forced. If you live in a troubled area right now, you're going to be forced to look up, you know, and help people around you, and actually see a new perspective of, wow, there's great people, and we love each other, and we're human, and you get to share this human experience that we've kind of drifted away from, especially my generation and yours, and you know, and who knows our future, you know, for our future kids, if social media and all that is, and that's our world. That's actually becomes more and more and more closer to our actual reality. And if you go to anybody's Facebook, you go to probably your grandma's Facebook, it's negative. You're going to see some, you know, here's a good recipe and stuff like that, even on your grandma's, but you're still going to see the trash. And it's like almost by design, it's inescapable for us to almost be at each other and have the spirit of contention, you know.
Yeah, and I think that goes to it where, you know, I don't believe that we necessarily need to get rid of phones, right? You know, and I think Eddie talks a lot about, like, dude, get off social media. I'm like, no, it's not about getting off social media. It's not about sheltering yourself from the world. This is just an extension of the world. This is what people are thinking. So, you know, the way to combat that is to change your way of thinking. And what you're saying is a reset button, right? Again, for me, you know, to each their own. For me, Jesus is that reset button. He says, I got your back, dude. You're going to fuck up. I know you are. Do your best not to. And I got you. That was a reset button. So, you know, I'm not trying to use it as a scapegoat, you know, where it's like, oh, now I can just fuck up and just repent. No, that's not the point. It actually gets harder. If you don't know, look, I got twins, right? And they're infants, and they're crawling around the house. They're just, anything they grab, they just put it in their mouth. And I have to constantly chase them. No, don't eat that. Don't eat that. Everything's constantly death, right? But they don't fucking know. They're babies. And as you grow as a human, you're a fucking baby that's constantly growing until the day you fucking die. Except that you're growing, you're evolving. And so if you look back, and you're not going to make the same mistake twice. If you know you put your hand over the fire, you're going to get burnt. Guess what? You don't do it again, right? So for me, it's like all the rules are in place. They're quite simple that are listed, right? Don't steal, don't lie, don't hurt each other, don't kill people. These are simple fucking rules. Yet we still break them, right? We still do. We still hate each other for some reason. But the difference is, once you realize, well, that fucks me up and that hurts someone I love, I'm not going to do that again. You know, he and I have been through shit. I've hurt him, he's forgiven me, and guess what? I didn't do that again. My wife, I've hurt her, and there's things I struggle with. Don't do it again. You know what I mean? And there's things like that. So the reset button is already there. It's already been pushed till the day you die. You just need to keep on moving forward and not like you play video games. If you know, don't go open that door, go to that one. You know what I mean? You're not gonna make the same mistake twice. And when you do, that's when you find yourself in trouble. And so sometimes I think like this, like what he said, you're gonna find a lot of great people out there that are having to help each other. Not only that, you're gonna realize, damn, all these people are also vulnerable. They're not this just demons out there. Oh, he loves Trump. Fuck that guy. Oh, fucking piece of shit, libtard. He's a communist. You're going to go outside and you're going to realize, man, we all are struggling together. And guess what? We're going to have to help each other. You're going to see the best and worst in one another. So I think sometimes these things are meant to help us grow, because I think God is like a father. When you're a dad, you got to let your children stumble and fall, because you want them to grow. If you keep fucking holding them, they're not going to learn to walk. You want them to learn to walk so that they could fucking do things on their own.
That's what moms do.
Right?
So I never.
So I look at guys like a father, like, okay, here you go. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. All right. I'm warning you. You did it. It's all right. Come here. It's cool. Don't do it again. You know what I mean? That's how it is. And as a human race, we evolve, we grow, and now it's a weird.
So do you think that this is a spanking? Do you think this is? I mean, there's 3 hurricanes coming. What did Florida do?
I don't know, man. Florida is shaped like a penis too.
God damn it.
I mean, no, you don't know. I just think we need to look at it that way, though. You know what I mean? I just think, like, obviously it's Mother Nature and all that stuff, but it might not be a spanking, but it is kind of like, we should like look at it as this blessing and just understand that the world is created in a mysterious way that we don't really know how. We can theorize, so we might as well appreciate it, you know? Right?
Life is valuable.
It's crazy, right? What's going on in the chat? What is that? Do you want more tattoo, Rob? No. So yeah, Kayla's all about. Kayla's from Tennessee. She's right at the top of the Bible Belt, so she's all about this. Yeah, dude. But all right, Cody. I mean, it's all good. But you got anything else you want to add or anything? What's your thoughts
not
on this?
really. I kind of wanted to ask a question before we got onto this topic, but it's back on what Kayla was talking about with health. I kind of wanted to ask you something, but if we're still on this, I'll wait until the Patreon only.
No, it's all cool. We're here. We're both in different. We're all 3 in different planes of health and stuff. So fire away.
I mean, I admittedly try and stay out of like politics and stuff, especially, which is kind of when. As much as I was raised Christian, I don't think I'm agnostic. I can't remember the term for it. I believe in God, I believe in Jesus and demons and the Holy Ghost and all that, but I don't believe in any one particular religion. But so I don't know what that's called, but I'm looking at the chat like, oh man, this is turning into a war zone. But the question I had was about physical health. When it comes to cardio, that is definitely my weakest element. I don't look it. I kind of look like a scrawny guy, but I actually have very low cardio. What is your suggestion for getting better at cardio? I've always looked at jump roping as one of the best ways, but a lot of people just say just walk. But my neighborhood is like 90% hills, 8% bumpy areas, and like 2% flat.
Dude, hey man, it goes for whatever your level is at, you know. Like, I mean, you guys haven't seen Eddie, but Eddie's very overweight, and he's tried his hardest, and he goes up the hills sometimes with me, and it is what it is. I always push Jordan, but obviously, I mean, Jordan's fucking stronger than me, straight up. He will outlift me. He's good for 2 lifts, and it's game over. So everyone's got their level. So
I'm faster than you too. I'm like a gnarly athlete, but I'm so heavy.
Dude, I'm not.
So I can't do it. I got 2 minutes of professionalism in me, and then that's about it.
I think he literally is more naturally gifted in those areas than me, but it's just over time. So for you, just, I mean, it's as simple as getting out there and running. I like to do a thing where I like do 30 seconds of like sprinting as fast as I can on an uphill, which is not very fast. I'm not going very fast. It still tires you out, and you do that for a while. Just jog. Jump roping's great. I fucking love jump roping. Per, like, let's say calories per minute or whatever, jump roping burns absolutely the most. But it takes a while to get really good at it. And you know,
what do you think about, like, because so for me, I have to like what I'm doing. That's why I'm fat. There's nothing that's really fun. But I like tennis.
Yeah.
I'm really good at ping pong. I like that. But that's not super cardio unless you play for hours. But you think something like tennis, something, you know,
I think actually I haven't even thought of that. I was getting into the diet with Kayla where it's like, find what works for you. This is the same with exercise. I love all kinds of exercise. I love pushing myself. 1 minute I want to, I'll bike 30 miles. The next minute I just sprint short bursts, and then I'm boxing. The next minute I don't do any cardio and I'm fucking just lifting really heavy. So I really think it's what you like is probably going to be the best way to do it, man. If you don't even really like doing a lot of cardio and you just want to incorporate a little bit, I don't know, a bike, do the Stairmaster for a little bit, just run like 5 to 10 minutes, and it helps. Anything helps, dude. It really does. If you're a guy who finds yourself lifting weights, or maybe you want to play soccer, or I don't know, whatever it is, dude. Yeah, I think that's an important thing I never really mentioned.
I need like a competition.
Yeah.
Or I'm not really engaged. It's just like, when's this going to end?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you know me as a singer, so a lot of my strength comes from my airflow and such. And I've been noticing lately that because I've kind of been slacking off with everything except arm work, that my singing and screaming have actually kind of fallen down. So that's especially why I was thinking, like, what should I do? But my house is on a heavy incline. Maybe I'll do what you said, and I'll just start sprinting to the top and then walking back to the bottom.
And do that like fucking 4 or 5 times, dude. As many as you can, like, and limit it though. Do it like for like to where you're not doing more than 10 minutes, but each time like as fast as you fucking can. So one day it'll be done a lot like faster than you realize. You know what I mean? So I think it should just like really.
Damn,
you should
it's approaching right now.
Huh? What?
God, you get just be in that mindset of knowing it's coming. It's approaching right now. Can you imagine?
Crazy.
Just be like holding your loved ones and wishing for the best.
About fantasy football. I'm a horrible human being.
God damn! I just
yeah, Cody. Just get out there and do it. Try different things, man. For real. So, like you'll love it. Like whatever it is that you're gonna love, you're gonna want to do the most. Some guys just straight up play basketball that I see at my gym. That's it. That's all they do is they play basketball. It's obviously gonna be better. And if you really start to get into it and you love it, then you'll start to kind of figure out the science behind it as you go along, So yeah. All right on, dude. Well, I'm out, dude, and we'll finish up here pretty soon, and maybe do this Patreon only. We go a little more in depth.
Before you,
I was gonna say we've been at this much longer than normal. We've been streaming for like an hour and a half, so I didn't know if you were doing overtime tonight or not.
Well, it's been fun. We've had a couple extra callers, and Jordan's here, so why not? All right, dude. I'm out. Later.
All right.
Let me. I don't know, dude. I feel like we should take a moment for these people or something. Like, dude, this is like a big thing, man. Yeah. Can you imagine being in that position of knowing it's coming? It's one thing when it's just like, oh, wow, car accident, something. But knowing you're a statistic, like straight up, your death is probable, or your house, property, whatever. Man, dude, that's just...
And, it is crazy, man, because sometimes you take those things for granted, like when you have, like you said, statistic. When my grandfather passed away, like, it was weird. I kind of felt like a victim. Obviously, my grandfather was the one that died, but there was some issues that happened with the hospital to where it was something that could have been within their control, and because of his age and everything, obviously who was at a high risk of, if something goes wrong, it's going to be catastrophic. And the hospital he went to, dude, I think I was born at that hospital, I'm not sure, but it has so many different names, right? Like here, Centennial Hills Hospital, fucking Mountain's Edge, like these hospitals have been there forever. This one keeps changing his name. Why? Because it keeps getting fucking sued. You know what I mean? And there's all just fucking crazy lawsuits and bad doctors and everything. My grandfather chose that one because it's the closest one to his house and he wanted people to be able to visit him. But they fucking, you know, they didn't do their job, and they did one simple procedure thing that they were supposed to do in his post-operation. Because of that, it fucked him up, and he had to get another surgery. And then at that point, his body was too weak to handle it, and, you know, he died shortly after. And so it was that kind of thing where it was like, these guys just fucking killed my grandfather. And then you kind of got to cope with, no, it's like, nah, it's just his time. No, but he didn't have to. It wasn't his time, you know what I mean? And you become that statistic of, you know, malpractice and insurance fraud, and he's old, get him out of here. You know what I mean? And the insurance company doesn't have to fucking, they don't want to pay for this high medical bill. And the guy who's, if he does go live past his surgery, he's going to die soon anyway. And all it is going to be 2 years of crazy ass medical bills for the insurance companies. So let's just sweep them out. When our kids were born, they fucking, that NICU was packed with like 30 fucking people. Doctor goes on vacation next week, no kids born for like a month. It's like you just all happen to give birth in the same 2 days. Like, are you kidding me? It's all because it's like you start to look at things and you realize we're a fucking statistic. This shit's unreal. And yeah, it's crazy to sit back and look at her. Man, there's gonna be a lot of damage. Say it's gonna cost billions. Lots of people could die. Well, guess what? I got fucking friends out there, man. You know what I mean? And they could get seriously hurt, dude. They're if they're not getting seriously hurt, they're losing big portions of their lives, and they might not have anything to come back to and have to start.
And I'm
over.
saying, imagine, because I don't know what it's like to brace for impact.
Yeah.
Literally thinking, well, let's say a prayer, guys. Put up boards on the windows. You know what I mean? Sit down with your family and just kind of hope for the best.
Yeah.
What a scenario.
That's insane. My cousin's, he's actually, I think, in Tennessee right now. And he says he drove past the cars, just fucking highways fucking packed.
Oh, my wife's uncle's in Miami.
Really? That's crazy.
I need to reach out.
Yeah, you should. You know, I got friends out there. I got my friend Steven Spence. He's from there. I got people from the South Beach area. And yeah, dude, it's fucking crazy, man. So I just hope, you know, people are safe. I hope people are smart. I hope people, like, you know, don't just be like, yeah, it's just gonna pass, not a big deal. The way that motherfucker looks, dude, I don't think people should take any chances, you know. All right.
And hopefully that it brings the best out of people, like you're saying, because, you know, some people find that as an opportunity to take a bunch of shit that wasn't theirs to begin with.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, you know. So it's
you got to elude a little bit. You if you're put in a scenario like that and you need to take supplies so you and your family can be safe and whatever and be fed, that's fine. That's just what you should do. That's how companies. That's how everything should. Everybody should have that mindset. But if you're just out there to take something like, you know, what are you going to do with it? What are you going to take? What are you going to do with a laptop or a big screen TV in that kind of situation?
Yeah, if you see a refrigerator floating by, get in it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you're fucking a laptop, get out of here. You know, and I just think, you know, you don't want to forget about Houston, man. A lot of people, you know,
they're in the aftermath, and honestly, all of our attentions would be straight up to Houston. But look what's happening, you know, like.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying, man. I think at times like that, you should pray on it, and you should, like, you know, those things go a long way, and not only prayer in the universal, like, mystical sense that I'm praying and I'm sending good thoughts to you, know, because what that does is that prayer is gonna, you know, give you your inner being. It's gonna make you think clearly. And it's going to say, okay, I really do hope these people are all right. Okay, now I'm going to fucking do something to help. And it could be as little as giving a phone call to a loved one and saying, hey, man, are you fucking all right? And when you say that, that gives them that strength to say, no, fuck, man, people out there care about me. I need to get out there and play this one safe. You know, when the other night when we were at we were with Matt. You know, I wanted to have a drink of alcohol, and I get a text, and I'm like, nah, don't drink. You gotta drive. You have daughters. You know, that's kind of the thing. So if you get someone to call, you reach out to him like he's doing right now, and you say, hey, you know, I hope you're all right. That gives them that strength to look at themselves and say, man, fucking people out there care about me. I shouldn't just not give a fuck. I should try. You know, I should get out of here. And then it goes from there, or actually donating your time and money to it, you know. So that's I don't know, that's the best thing I could say, I guess. Just fucking keep your thoughts on people like that and hope that they'll do all right, you know. Right? You got any final thoughts with this?
Like a Springer final thought?
Yeah, Sir Springer. Final thoughts. So
we should love one another after they just paid them to beat the shit out of each other. You know, I don't know. No, I think this is a really good cast, man. I think everybody's kind of on the same page of, you know, togetherness and love and all that stuff. It's good that we do have like-minded people. You know, just it seems like everybody here. I mean, that's awesome. And you know, tragedy brings us together. I mean, last time my whole entire family was together, just recently, was my grandma passing, and that's just usually how you know, that's usually how our busy day-to-days happen. You autopilot, and you just focused on you and your close loved ones, and you know, something happens that's out of the ordinary. Typically in tragedy, it gives you that second to realize that's real importance.
And that's why, you know, sometimes, like, that's why I say you take the good out of it. But yeah, I agree with that, and I think it's unfortunate. That's why we have to take time in our day to actually focus on those good things. That's why I didn't want to get too political on a lot of these things. That's why when I do my posts, I don't do political posts. I'm doing it. I share the wonderful things. So
politics is so ever changing.
Yeah.
You could be so passionate about something that you didn't even know was a policy fucking a day ago. Mm-hmm. You didn't even know it was a policy, but because it's blown out of proportion, oh, they're taking this away, guys. Did you know it even fucking existed?
Exactly.
Oh, they're putting this in place. Did you know what was there beforehand, before they put this into play? Well, maybe. But I'm going to go on a limb and say probably no. You know, I mean, it's silly to get so worked up against shit that really only affects the few and the rich.
Right. All right. I'm bringing out Sebi, drummer. Hello. If you turn on your video, if you have it. Now, I'm not sure where you're from, but he's from Europe. His English is bad, so give him a break.
Yeah. I'm from Austria.
Austria. Oh,
yes.
No way.
Put a shrimp on the barbie, mate.
No, that's Australia.
Oh.
So
I'm
I'm
kidding.
sorry,
It's from Dumb and
I
Dumber.
look really fucked up.
No, you look beautiful, man. You look sexy. You got
Thanks.
you got the Black Veil Brides hat. You got, man. It's
Yes.
all good, dude. It's all good. How are
It's
you
one
doing?
of my in Austria it's 3.43. It's Saturday the 9th September.
Oh, wow, you're in the future.
Whoa.
Yes.
He's in Saturday. Wow.
Give me a lot of numbers.
Awesome, man. So what is your question? You could take your time. It's okay.
My question is when does the VIPs for Graz available? Yeah.
Oh, the
Yes.
VIPs
Yes.
for Graz, right? Yeah, that we're gonna be announcing them very soon. Probably once this tour, either like in the middle of it or when the tour is ended, because we have a lot of VIPs happening right now with the upcoming US tour. So we want to wait until those VIPs are done so the company could focus on that and promoting that, and then once that's done, then we could focus on Europe and Austria and Germany or Deutschland or whatever you guys want to call it. So yeah, so
Okay.
it will be soon. It will probably be next month, or if not, then maybe in November. But there will be VIPs, and we'll be able to do meet and greets, and you get everything you want signed, and selfies and everything. Okay.
Yes, I have seen you. Do you know the rattlesnake in Vienna?
Oh yes, that was a great show. That was a great show. I really liked that one. I had a lot of fun. That's let me see. Wow, I'm trying to think. Austria.
2016 was
the
last concert.
I just want to make sure it's the right one, but if it's the one I'm thinking of. Now, is there a rattlesnake store too? Like there's a store like has like the cool shirts and like.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, okay, then it's the one I'm thinking of.
When you see there is on my door a rattlesnake poster.
Yeah. Okay, I got a Metallica shirt from that store.
Oh.
And Justice for All. Yeah, and that show was really good. It was sold out, and we had a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. It was really cool, and the owner of that store is really awesome and everything. I had a good time. So you'll be back then for this next show?
Yes, I'm back in Graz. I hope you like Graz.
I'm sure I will. I will love it. All right, listen, man. It's getting late over here, but I'm glad you could call in. Next time, I'll try to get you on a little bit earlier, and you could ask whatever you want. Your English is good. Don't worry about it, okay? I appreciate it, man. So you have a good one.
Goodbye. Bye.
All right, later, dude. Yeah, just wanted to get him in at the last second before we close off here. So yeah, man, this is fun, dude. Like, it's crazy. A lot of people actually, like, these guys are on live every time. It's amazing. My friend's show is the same way. His shows, he's been out for a long time, so he gets sometimes thousands on his, and if it's the right thing, sometimes it's like 1,000 or 2,000. But it's always the same 10 people that actually watch it live.
Any of these people football fans?
No. Kayla, I think she said doesn't watch football. Cody does not watch football. Ashley, you be watching football? So yeah, I don't know. I don't think so.
So can't really talk fantasy.
So yeah, this is more of the what I wanted with the podcasting kind of stuff, but not Family Friday typically. So I'll probably retitle it to Hurricanes, Bibles, and Climate Change. That's probably what I'll call it. So, it was a good conversation to have. I think one thing we can all agree on is my final thoughts, which yours were awesome, is, that I think there's a lot to be learned from these types of situations. I do hope that everyone is safe out there, and I hope that, maybe the storm will die down a little bit before it hits Florida and stuff, and nothing too crazy happens, but I just hope everyone's all right out there, and for those of you that are listening in and stuff and got this far, it's like the Bible and Jesus, for me, that's what works, and I don't judge you if you are whatever you believe, or to me the Bible teaches not to judge people. So I don't do that. I just think about loving people and stuff like that. And so whatever gets you there is cool. Yeah, and that's it, man. Just take care of each other out there in the fires and in the storms and in the earthquakes.
Stay woke, y'all.
Yeah, stay woke. Yeah. All right, well, that's it. I'm not going to do a Patreon only today because we went on for so long here. We got to go get some dinner. We got a bunch of babies to deal with. So, but it's been real. We're probably going to do one Sunday, though, because Sunday will be football, and we got to talk about fantasy football, and you got to hear some funny stories. So we'll see what's up.
I think you guys should start a fantasy league.
A fantasy league with the fucking...
Yeah.
Dude, all right, but you can't be in that league.
Oh, no, we're not in it.
Oh, we're not in it.
Yeah, they should start it.
Oh, my gosh, that would be amazing. All right,
Why
guys.
can't I be in it if you...
Because you just your draft sucks so fucking bad that you just want any excuse to draft again, but you're gonna fail.
My 4-man league's pretty bad.
It sucks so bad. Fantasy's amazing now, so we'll probably be back on Sunday though. We'll see what's up. You know how it is. If not, definitely Monday, every Friday. I'll be back. Fan Mail Monday, Fan Mail Friday. You guys already know. It's always around the same time, around 5 Pacific. So you guys can always expect those. But I will, tweet or whatever. And I'll try to message you guys too if I'm going to do something live because you guys are awesome. All right. Good seeing you guys. Glad Jordan could make it today.
Peace.
Later. Fuckers.